Don't come here.
Total shithole. Like, nah, nothing worth coming here for. Terrible, terrible place.
It's an awesome place. If you want to do anything outdoors, and it's great for kids too.
Yeah. What's your favorite part about Bend?
Bike ride.
Bike ride.
They do beer here, folks.
That's the Cascade Hops truck. And there's the brewery.
Dreadlock, 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 dreadlock.
Okay, these are the hops. They're definitely not in season. They're pretty sticky. When they're in season, they're all green. Beautiful. I like the way they taste.
Bend, Oregon is the best place to grow up. I totally understand why it's growing so quickly.
Oh hey there, this is me, sitting down to tell you about Bend.
The name Bend was derived from Farewell Bend, the designation used by...
Because it's where pioneers would say farewell to friends traveling farther west.
Okay, so it was actually called Farewell Bend, but the U.S. Postal Service shortened it to Bend. Ever efficient, our government, ever efficient.
But then the microphone kept cutting out, and I don't look at the camera. I'm just reading from Wikipedia.
Winter of 1824, the area was known only to Native American.
Okay, let's try this again. If any place is a story in perpetuity, Bend, Oregon's starts with racism and logging. Actually, it was Oregon as a state that was founded with wording in its constitution excluding black people from being in the state or owning land, and those laws were, allegedly, never enforced. But Bend is as white today as any other town in America that has historically excluded black people. So in 1901, Pilot Butte Development Company starts a sawmill for logging. A couple years later, a mill is started as people kept staying at the Farewell Bend. In 1904, they drew up documents, and in 1905, they officially incorporated. By 1910, Mirror Pond was created by the Bend Water, Light, and Power Company, built a dam on the river. So for reference, Bend gets electricity about 30 years after the folks in New York. It's one of 3 cities in the U.S. to have an extinct volcano within the city limits. There's close to 15 microbreweries in Bend, and the city hosts over 4 beer festivals. And the Bend Film Festival is one of the better film festivals. There's a lot of retired people. Even though the median age is under 40, there are a lot of young people. To walk around downtown, it kind of feels like the average person is come here to build a family. They're like mid-30s, mid-40s, got a couple kids. They love it because it's super safe and they can do all kinds of things outdoors.
Alright, you ready, Oliver?
Okay.
Alright.
Echo!
Woo!
There's also a lot of entrepreneurs, partly because there's not a lot outside of tourism, tires, and the medical center. But it's even becoming a commuter town for people in the Bay Area and Seattle. That's kind of crazy.
Wait, where do you want to be?
was shining most of the time.
Very bustling city. It's getting there, really building very quickly. It's a hard one to go.
No, that's perfect.
Small town, quickly becoming a bigger town, I guess.
Yeah.
Best way to
good.
put it, I guess. Yeah.
How does it tend to be more liberal or Republican?
Hard to say, honestly.
Kind of in the middle then.
Yeah.
Or centrist.
Honestly, I haven't been following the politics too much recently, but
Right.
yeah. It's kind of hard to say with the population here right now, I guess.
Okay.
People are friendly.
I love that lady because people in Bend are super friendly, especially if you're from like the East Coast. But if you're from the South or the Midwest, you might find them a little hurried or terse. And in my experience, that's just a lot of entrepreneurs or go-getters from the West Coast. They tend to be definitely nicer than the people from the East Coast, but still trying to get stuff done.
Okay. Outdoors.
Bend is definitely one of my favorite places, and by that I mean, it's one of the places where I would live. I'm also a lot like the people in Bend. I'm into what they're into, but as an East Coaster, it's just gonna feel really small and white, which is why the don't come here mentality is funny to me. I'm rooting for it to become the next Silicon Valley. I should invest now.
Is this good?
Yeah, this is awesome. This is a couch, and we're gonna watch a movie.
Watch the art while I tell you what I forgot to tell you. Mount Bachelor is just up the road. It's a top 5 ski area in the country. It's surrounded by Deschutes, Willamette, and Mount Hood National Forests. And for a small town, the food is impeccable. If you live in Oregon, you want to live here or Portland. As far as towns with about 100,000 people in them go, I'd put it in the top 5 in the US. Okay, bye!